Hello, Pisgah family. I want to wish you a healthy, holy week. Today's Maundy, Thursday. It's the day in the church year where we remember our Lord's service to God's people, the way he washed their feet, and also when he shared his last meal with his disciples before going to the Garden of Gethsemane, where he was arrested and then later tried and then put on a cross. So tonight, we're going to ask you to check your email, and you can, and there will be a spot on there where you can download two things that Deacon Deborah produced. One is for families with adults, and one is for families with children. They're basically the same thing, just the language is a little bit different. And we ask that you go through this service tonight as you sit down for dinner. Remembering how Jesus sat down with his friends on the night in which he was betrayed. One way that you can also follow this is you'll be able to go to your app. Now, I do want to let you know that some of you may not realize that you can still download your app on your tablet. It's not just for phones. And if you go to worship and service, there will be two spots here. One will say early service and one will say late service. For tonight, if you tap on early service, you will get the service for children. And if you tap on the late service, it will be the service that will include the one for adults. And so we invite you to do that tonight. Spend that time with your family and worship together. It may feel a little strange, but that's okay. This whole experience feels a little strange. Because we filmed it right after church on Sunday, the video is going to seem really bright at first. That was so that we could make it go dimmer and dimmer and dimmer, so that it will eventually end in darkness. When you participate in this worship service tomorrow, again, the bulletin will be on your app, but also remember to be in a dark room if you can, or make sure the lights are off, and that way you can fully experience the way that the service is intended to be as we leave in the darkness and the morning of Christ's death. And then on Saturday, which is called Holy Saturday, we still have some things going on. The Easter cross is going to be being made in the morning around 9 o'clock. And so we invite you to come, and you can bring flowers if you like to be put on that. And if you have not yet picked up your communion packet, that's a good time to do just that. To come between 9 and noon or so. We'll make sure that somebody's here during that time. So we invite you to come. Most folks have picked it up, but for those who can't, we still invite you to come on out so that you can celebrate Holy Communion with us. Also, while you're here throughout the day on Saturday, we're going to have that flower cross. We invite you to come out with your family and take your Easter picture, and then on Easter Sunday, post it on Facebook or Twitter or wherever you post things, so that we still have, that same Easter picture that we take every single year. This year, however, we may be wearing different clothes. It's going to feel a little bit different, as, again, all of this feels very, very different. And finally, on Easter Sunday, we'll be worshiping together at 10 o'clock, as usual, and this will be an Easter celebration. The communion packets that you've been given, we want you to get those out. Go ahead and pour the glass of the wine during that point in the service, and at that point, we will all share communion together. The wafers and the wine have already been blessed, and so it's not that we're doing virtual communion. We're just sharing in that meal, just as we take it out to the shut-ins who are at home. You will be able to share in that meal, and we will all be doing it at once during the service at 10 o'clock on Easter Sunday. And then that afternoon, there's going to be an Easter egg hunt. It will be one that you stay in your car and drive through the parking lot. So if you have kids, we invite you to come out for that. And so there's a lot going on, even though that we're trapped in our houses and don't feel very celebratory. There still is so much to celebrate. And again, as every week, I I ask you that if there's anything that you need, if you need prayer, please don't hesitate to call Deacon Deborah or myself. Also, I want to let you know that we are still having Bible studies every Tuesday morning at 11 o'clock. It's on Zoom. And so just follow your email or look on Facebook and you can find the link to do that. And so we'll be continuing that this week. We'll be starting a new book, 1 Peter. And so we invite you to continue your Easter journey as we delve into the Bible and look at 1 Peter. That's all for this week, my friends. We love you and we can't wait to see you in person.